Hi, my name is Cody Cregan. I am going to be playing the roles of a sales representative from Northwestern Mutual, attempting to sell life insurance to a customer. I will have worked for the company for 5 years. Graduate of University of Florida with a Bachelor's of Science in Finance and a minor in Entrepreneurship. Just to give you a little background on this customer, his name is Harvey Bay, and we have previously spoken on the phone. I've gotten his information, what he's searching for in a life insurance policy. He is 28 years old, living in the upper class. He has a wife of 2 years named Edna. Edna is 26 and is in good health. Harvey is also in good health. Harvey is a non-smoker as well as his wife, and they have a daughter at the age of 2 years old, and her name is Charlotte. Harvey is currently looking for life insurance because he feels that he must protect his family in the course of events that might leave him dead. He does not want them to be financially unstable. So he is searching out this life insurance policy to prevent that. I'm also going to explain to him the accelerated death benefit that is involved with this policy and the cash values that will be involved with it as well, to further the point across that this is a good policy for him and it is something that he needs in his life. I will create a need for that product. My stated handling objection is going to be trial use and put off, and my close is going to be forgot something. Yeah, that's it.
Evening, Harvey. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
Good to hear. How are the kids?
They are a handful, but they are good.
The wife?
Fantastic. How's everything with you?
I've been doing pretty good myself. No complaints. Business has been good. Been real busy. Did you catch a Gator game the other day?
I did. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I'm glad you got to see it. All right. Well, I'm just going to begin off by saying that I'm part of Northwestern Mutual, as you know how we spoke on the phone earlier. And I just want to give you a little background on our company. We were established over 100 years ago, and we're one of the few companies that did not receive a bailout and actually thrived during the 2008 recession. And as far as our life insurance products go, which is our bread and butter, it is our foundation to any portfolio or products that we're going to try and to show you today. We were actually the first ones on scene at 9/11, at ground zero, making sure that families were able to fill out and get their claims for their deceased relatives. And we were actually one of the few people that paid out all of our claims, and we did not require a death certificate because we care so much about our customers. Okay, so now that I've explained a little bit about our company, I'd just like to explain a little bit about myself, who I am. I'm a Florida alumni, graduated from the University of Florida with a Bachelor in Science of Finance, and I'm a minor in Entrepreneurship. I've worked with Northwestern Mutual for the past 5 years, and I've had great success there. I love the company. And that's pretty much it for my credentials. So from what I understand, you're a 28-year-old male in good health. You and both your wife, Edna, do not smoke. You have a daughter who is currently how old? 2 years of age? 2 years of age. And you are looking into getting a life insurance policy, whole life, so that they are covered in the event that you are to have an unfortunate accident and that may result in death. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so from there, I'd like to move on, if that's all right with you, and start to explain this product a little bit and show you its features and benefits.
Is this so pretty much all of the questions I have are going to be covered in the rest of your presentation?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to verify, make sure that we were all on the same page on what you're looking to
Perfect.
get out of this policy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So with your permission, I'd like to proceed on with our meeting. Is that all right?
Absolutely. I'd love to see where this can go.
So I'd first like to start off by showing you the features that our product offers you. So you're getting the full whole life insurance policy here, and one of the added benefits of that, or actually, excuse me, one of the features is that it provides cash value.
Okay.
And what that essentially means is for every dollar you put into your account paying your premiums, those are put into a separate fund, essentially, just a cash value holding account, which gains a 5.9% interest rate. or it's almost like a dividend because you're now an investor in our company. So those cash values will build over time with that interest rate, and you're actually able to take those values and use them if need be. Let's say you get tight for money at some point. Let's say you want to buy a house and you need some money for a down payment. You're able to take out a loan and use this policy either as collateral, or you're able to directly remove funds from this account and use them towards what you need to do. And then it's essentially the same thing as a loan. So that's one of the benefits that you can have with this policy if you go whole life, is those added cash flows, and it gives you flexibility with your money. So it's not just like you're throwing it away into a term policy. It's just a great benefit to have. So as you can see by this model, in 25 years, your policy essentially pays for itself. And you can actually cease making payments if you so choose, and it will just be perpetuating where the interest will pay for your premiums.
Okay.
So at this point in time, with what I've told you so far, are you ready to make a purchase?
Everything that you've gone over today has been very in depth, and I appreciate that. But I just, I have some things in mind. Is Northwestern Mutual's overall value better than that of its competitors?
So what you're asking essentially is Northwestern Mutual going to be the best company that you can invest for yourself?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Well, I see how that's a concern of yours, but I'm actually going to get to that later on in my presentation. So if that's right with you, I'd like to discuss it later on when it's better put in context with the other things that I had to discuss. Is that okay with you?
As long as you're going to cover it later on in the presentation, and I'm going to, get that question cleared up, absolutely.
All right, sounds great. So at this point, are you comfortable enough to move on? You feel comfortable with the cash values?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, the second thing that I'd like to enlighten you on, have you ever heard of what's called an accelerated death benefit?
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Well, this is one of the features of our product where if you're diagnosed with a terminal illness, or basically given like 6 months to live, say, you're able to take money from your benefit, which would be paid out to your benefactor, and you're able to use that money for bills that you need at that time. So it benefits you by making so that you can quit your job. You can spend that time with your family, making sure that everything's wrapped up before you depart. Essentially, you can make sure that all your affairs are in order. You can make sure that you can spend time with your family, and that's all as a result of that added death benefit. That accelerated death benefit allows you to take that money and use it when you need it, so that you can get the most out of your life that you possibly can. So, no. Okay, well, as I said before, I'd like to show you this value analysis. As you can see, our price for this product may be the highest, but our company has the highest overall satisfaction rating, and we're one of the only ones that are able to offer you that accelerated death benefit. We also offer the highest percent yield on your cash values.
Okay.
Okay? So after explaining you the value of our company, how we are seen in the eyes of our clients and competitors, how do you feel about purchasing this product?
Everything that you've gone over is, again, I think that this is an investment tool that a lot of people should have, but at such a young age, I do think that if I didn't purchase this today, and I did purchase it a few years down the road, I'll be okay. Don't you agree?
Let me just understand what you're asking here. You're asking me whether purchasing it today is going to be essentially purchasing it. That's the same thing 3 years from now, that you can purchase this later on at a later date and still get the same added value.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see how that is a concern since you are such a young male and there's not really that much that could kill you as far as old age or natural causes. But I'd like to put it in this sense. Let's say, God forbid, you were driving home tonight and you did purchase this policy and you got in a fatal car accident. How would you feel knowing that your family they're going to be financially stable? They don't have to worry about the bills. All they have to worry about is recovering mentally from your tragic loss. So, and again, how would you feel, let's say you didn't have that policy and They wouldn't be able to do that. Another thing was, let's say 3 years down the road, you have this policy, you've built up these cash values, and you look down and go, oh wow, look at all that money that I've made, and my policy is now worth 1.2 million. Would you feel good about knowing that 3 years down the road, purchasing this policy today,
Absolutely.
having built up $200,000 in reserves, possibly having a $1.2 million policy, opposed to getting it 3 years down the road, having no cash value, and possibly not having that same health rate benefit. So would you also feel good, let's say you get diagnosed with terminal illness tomorrow, you'll be able to use that $1 million policy tomorrow, and you'll be able to use that to make sure that all your bills and everything are paid. So would you feel good about that?
Yeah, those are all very good points.
Okay, so have I cleared up your issue with the evaluating the value of purchasing today rather than
Purchase.
3 years down the road?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So with all that's been said, with the benefits of knowing that you'll be able to use that money if you're diagnosed terminally ill, that you'll build cash values, that those cash values will gain an interest rate of 5.9%. We're the highest rated insurance company. And that we built a personal connection. Do you feel comfortable enough to purchase this life insurance policy today?
Everything that you've covered today, is pretty much, covered at 99% of whatever, any doubts I had about the whole life insurance policy, but being the fact that it is such an important investment and such a large investment in my life, I think that it would be important to talk this over with my wife. Wouldn't you agree?
So I just want to clarify your question here. You don't want to purchase today because you just like to make sure that your wife is on board with what you're about to make a long-term investment in.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, yes, I do. That is actually a good idea, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page, because I hate for us to have something go wrong in paperwork with your wife without her knowing about it. So at this time, would you be willing to schedule another date for us to meet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let me see what I have available here. Actually, I just forgot something. What we call the insurance birthday is tomorrow, right? This is the halfway mark, 6 month mark between your actual birthday. And what happens at your 6 month mark is that you are now classified in a new age group. So this policy wouldn't actually be available to you anymore. It's almost like you would essentially be a year older in the eyes of the insurance world, and you wouldn't lock in the health that you have today as well. You'd have to reapply for the health as well as the age. So with that being said, would you be willing to purchase this today without talking to your wife, knowing that you could have that extra benefit? From what it seems to me, you like the policy, you just want to clarify it with your wife, but this policy won't be available next time.
I guess, we don't have to meet at a later date. I'm sure I can call her and I'll tell her everything that we've discussed today, tell her all of the benefits, and, and I think that she'll be on board, being that if God forbid anything happened to me, she'll be covered. So I do think that I would love to purchase a whole life with Northwestern Mutual.
Sounds great, Harvey. Appreciate your business.
Thank you.